Hello YouTube and my 9 subscribers. The Jimmy Page Telecaster project is all complete. You can see that video posted on the channel, A Customs Handcrafted Guitar. We're on to the next project, and what that is a Parlor guitar that I purchased off of eBay and built somewhere between 1897 and 1922. Let's take a look and see what the issues are with this guitar. If we bring it in here, you can see that the top is separated from the body right there. It's also separated here in the back here, which you may not be able to see from this angle, but here, you can see that all the way around the entire corner here, it's separated from the body. You have similar issues on the back. As well as that, you also have just tremendous warp by the sound hole here that rises up and dips way down into here, rises back up on the other side with it also radius this way. We're going to correct that, fix that. The neck is also separated from the body, which I don't know if you'll be able to see that here, but right there you might be able to see a little bit of it. So the neck is going to have to be reset, which I will also do. But the first thing, if you go on and purchase something like this, that you're going to want to do is to rehydrate this musical instrument. Take a sponge, soak it in some water, wring out all the water until you can get no more drips of water out of there. There is still moisture in the sponge, but there is not an excess amount where you're going to have water seeping out of the sponge, getting into the body of your guitar and damaging that area. So what we're going to do with this sponge is quite simply get it underneath the strings, put it into the sound hole. I'm going to lay down another towel underneath it to keep any moisture off of direct contact with the wood itself. And then we're going to cover up the sound hole for a day, check it again. Once the sponge is dry, we will re-moisturize it and do it again. This will take 2 or 3 days. Okay, you can see I have the sponge in the sound hole now, and we're going to cover up that sound hole as best we can because this one is warped so badly. Try and cover it up as much as we can, and the moisture being reabsorbed by the wood will help take down some of the warpage, re-moisturize the wood, so when I do start to maneuver the body around to correct the other problems with it, it shouldn't crack, or hopefully there won't be a problem. You'll notice that I did not take the strings off. I want to leave those on because for the neck reset, once we remove the neck, we won't be able to get the height between the frets itself and the lowest or bottom part of the saddle, which is going to determine for me how much I need to remove from the back of the neck heel to be able to realign the neck properly so that the action is correct. Okay, as you can see, I've got that sound hole covered up. This is simply a top for a car wax container, the type with a sponge in the top of the can. I'll give you a little information about this particular instrument. The body of this guitar is 18 inches long. The bottom bout across is 13.5. The waist is 8 inches. The top bout is 9 11/16. The sound hole itself is 3 1/4 inches in diameter. The fretboard is made out of ebony. It's about 1/4 thick on the neck. It's a very nice piece of solid ebony. The fret markers appear to be clay, and they are located at 5, 7, and 10, which after 1915 was moved back to 9 and then briefly reestablished at 10 in 1922 to 1923. Moving up that fretboard to the nut here, which appears to be made out of American walnut. It's by that crack, it looks like it's walnut. These were commonly made out of ebony, bone, ivory, or American walnut. You can see that wide slotted headstock again. And then coming from there back all the way down to the edge of this guitar, you'll see the floating bridge saddle combination with a little piece of wire down here which also had ivory or bone in it to keep the strings to its correct height, and this stamped out piece of steel on the edge, commonly referred to as an Oscar Schmidt tail piece. That is the guitar, And when we get into it farther and do more of the reconstruction and repair of it, you'll be able to see all those videos. For now, I'd like to thank you for watching this part of the video. This is Ralph Grammel from A Customs Handcrafted Guitars, and if you like what we do here, hit that subscribe button and we'll shoot you out as much video as we can. I'm trying to help you with your bills. Thanks a lot.